Ladies and gentlemen, President Tsai Ing-wen has just arrived at Skip Vegas, and warmest welcome for her support and participation to join the 2023 New York Day dinner of the European Chamber of Commerce Taiwan. Thank you so much for everybody, and please be seated. Thank you. Please be seated. Everybody, please be seated. Thank you so much. So welcome everyone once again to the Europe Day dinner. My name is Kylie. I'll be the MC for tonight. Thank you so much for your participation. I can really feel the energy and the vibe of tonight. So tonight's going to be a really good night. And to make this event possible, we would like to present some of the most prestigious ECCT member companies doing business in Taiwan, all of which are our gold sponsors for tonight's event. That's Russian Excellency in Commerce and Industry. As you can see, we will be thanking our gold sponsors really soon. Here is the video. So when we announce your company, feel free to make some noise to give us some sharing experience for the company that you represent. waiting for the sponsorship, on behalf of ECCT, I would like to thank our both sponsors and alphabetical order. Let's make sure and show. Okay, thank you so much. I think we have some small technical issues, but now I would like to thank our both sponsors in alphabetical order. So let's thank our both sponsors, Allianz. Ooh, thank you. BNP Paribas. Yes, please do make some noise. Credit Agricole. Ericsson. HSBC. And Heineken. L'Oreal. Nokia. RWE. Semi. Siemens. Standard Chartered. Societe Generale. Two Boyland. Volkswagen. And Ørsted. Thank you. This is not a competition though. But thank you so much for the participation, and we will be watching the Excellency in Commerce and Industry video together.
你那边要协助引导一下。
course, we also have several sponsors, and we have a lot of other sponsors that we'll be introducing for all of you later. Now it's time for our keynote speeches. First, I would like to invite Chairman of the European Chamber of Commerce Taiwan, Mr. Giuseppe Ito. Please come on the stage and give him the big round of applause. And to join Mr. Ito, let's welcome Mr. Philip Rekorzeski, Head of the European Economic and Trade Office in Taipei. Let's welcome him. Hope you can tolerate my pronunciation of your last name, but I tried. Thank you. Of course, last but not least, let's welcome Her Excellency Tsai Ing-wen, President of Taiwan, to come on the stage. Let's give her a big round of applause. Thank you all. Please be seated at a really comfortable sofa as we are listening to the keynote speeches. So the first one will be Mr. Giuseppe Ito. Let's welcome him. Your time.
President, Your Excellency President Tsai Ing-wen, Honorable EU Representative Philip Rekorzeski, representatives of European member states, of Switzerland and the United Kingdom, distinguished guests, friends, guten Abend. Bonsoir à tous. Buonasera a tutti. Good evening. Tajawana. It's really wonderful to see such a packed room again with more than 800 guests. This is a new record for the Euro Day dinner. First of all, I would like to thank my predecessor, my friend Henry Chan, for his leadership, where he personally recruited so many new members to take the ECCT membership to a record of over 1,050 members last year. I also want to thank Freddie Oglund and the ECCT Secretariat for doing such a great job of keeping the chamber active and effective. And obviously I want to thank my friend Philip Rekorzeski, the EETO head, and his entire EETO staff for the great cooperation with us, with the ECCT. Since this is my 5th Euro Day dinner speech, I'm getting old, I consulted ChatGPT on my draft for some new ideas tonight. I was told that since I have so many opinions, and since I am a young Taiwanese citizen, in my 60s I should run for president. Answers like this show why we really need AI, artificial intelligence regulations. Recent AI advances are truly impressive, but many would say that even without artificial intelligence, Taiwan's whole development story is close to miraculous. As a small island without the commodities needed for industrialization, thanks to resourcefulness, determination, and hard work, in less than one lifetime, the people of Taiwan have produced the miracle that is modern Taiwan, a free, open, and prosperous society. Year after year, Taiwan has continued to move with the times by remaining dynamic and flexible. The best example is the scooter. But the changing geopolitical circumstances have exposed weaknesses that make it necessary to strengthen Taiwan's resilience. Madam President, you and your administration are acutely aware of the need to strengthen Taiwan's military preparedness and deterrence. But resilience requires much more than this. Taiwan's energy security is vulnerable due to dependence on fossil fuels, a lack of renewable energy and storage facilities for natural gas, and insufficient grid infrastructures. As our chamber has consistently advocated, transitioning to renewable energy sources is the best way to increase Taiwan's energy security and independence. While it was good to see Formosa 2 last week, that is Taiwan's third offshore wind farm completed recently, Taiwan is falling behind in reaching its own renewable energy targets. Taiwan has been leader in Asian offshore wind and in creating a flourishing supply chain. However, the highly restrictive local content requirements are slowing down progress and making projects more expensive, therefore putting this leadership at risk. Taiwan must remain an attractive destination for international investment in an offshore market that is booming globally. In addition, the permitting process remains overly complicated. For example, the industry was caught by surprise when EIA requirements for onshore wind were increased from 250 to 500 meters. These affected an estimated 50% of onshore projects currently under development, further adding to project permitting uncertainties for developers and delaying the supply of affordable green energy that Taiwan's SMEs so urgently needed. This shows a clear disconnect between ambitions to achieve energy security and net zero and the policies and procedures that are supposed to enable them. To strengthen energy resilience, in addition to existing solar, hydro, and wind energy technologies, Taiwan should take full advantage of the great potential in geothermal energy, floating offshore wind, and the use of green hydrogen. The transition to electric vehicles will increase resilience in transport, but it needs the government's support in the form of subsidies for charging infrastructures and reform of existing building and land use regulations. Madam President, our members are actively involved and committed to Taiwan's energy transition, but we need your government's help to take all the steps necessary to remove impediments and prioritize the build-out of renewable energy, a resilient grid infrastructure, and sufficient energy storage. In addition to energy transition, we would also like to assist your administration in accelerating digital and net zero transformations to ensure the competitive strengths and sustainable developments of Taiwan and its industries. We would all agree that only the countries and companies that are able to rapidly and intelligently seize opportunities and respond to the challenges in the course of these transformations, well, those countries and companies will eventually emerge as the winners. As Taiwan's trusted technology partners, European companies are committed to deploying the essential technologies faster together with your administration. Madam President, Taiwan's future development will only be possible with a sustainable and resilient population. But Taiwan has one of the world's lowest birth rates and is on track to become a super-aged society by 2025. This will have profound consequences for society and the economy as the workforce decreases and the number of aging dependents increases. There is no silver bullet, and addressing the many challenges will take coordinated efforts among stakeholders. Obviously, to maintain a sustainable workforce requires requires not just addressing demographic issues, but also immigration and labor law issues. Especially since Taiwan is in competition with countries across the globe for talent. To win the war for talent, we need the right tools. Taiwan's employment gold card scheme has attracted a diverse and talented group of people to live and work in Taiwan. However, the qualifications to enter the program are overly too strict. Taiwan also faces a shortage of workers in hospitality and other service industries, but employers are restricted from hiring foreign laborers. We recommend relaxing the relevant restrictions in order to attract a larger and more diverse range of foreign talent and laborers from Europe, the Americas, and elsewhere in Asia. To attract and retain talent, we also need modern labor laws which meet the needs of today's society, striking the right balance between providing both flexibility and protection to workers. The lack of childcare facilities and the expensive cost of childcare where it is available have increased the economic and social costs of raising children. But giving young parents the means and confidence to raise families should begin with a combination of government and corporate support policies for childcare facilities, with generous parental leave allowances, and with flexible labor laws that allow employees to work from home as an alternative to unpaid parental leave. In all these areas, the VCCT is ready to help. We recently set up the Family Friendly Alliance to work with the government, corporations, and NGOs. Through the FFA, we are already sharing ideas and best practices and policies designed to support a sustainable population and boost economic and social development in Taiwan. A resilient society needs a healthy population. Taiwan is one of the world's most comprehensive and efficient healthcare systems that is popular with users and praised internationally. But doctors and nurses are overworked, and many new advanced medicines and treatments are not covered. Critical health outcomes such as life expectancy, cancer survival rate, and infant mortality are falling behind other advanced economies. The system will come under increasing strain as the population ages and the workforce declines. To quote the WHO, spending on healthcare is an investment, not a cost. To increase resilience, Taiwan will need to spend a little more on healthcare now and into the future. Madam President, the resilient economy is diversified both in terms of industry sectors as well as trading partners. Your efforts through the southbound policy to broaden trade and investment have seen very positive results. We also welcome increased cooperation with European countries over the past year. But more could be done to encourage international cooperation and investments in Europe in partnership with European countries and companies. Investments in semiconductors and other high-tech sectors for which there is a strong market in Europe make sense. Europe's strength in R&D also makes it an ideal partner for Taiwan in areas such as artificial intelligence and digitalization. Meanwhile, similar experience in the area of cybersecurity provides a great opportunity for Taiwan and Europe to work together to strengthen collective resilience against cyber attacks. Finally, as a major food importer, it does not make sense for Taiwan to maintain restrictions and complex red tape requirements for food imports from the EU. That is a single market with the world's most robust standards for food safety. It is long overdue for both the EU and Taiwan to resolve all remaining bilateral food trade issues. Doing so will increase Taiwan's food security, and it also will benefit farmers, food producers, and consumers in both Taiwan and Europe. Madam President, the people of Taiwan should rightly be proud of their achievements. European countries and companies have been active contributors to Taiwan's economic and social development in cooperation with local business partners, government, and civic organizations. We remain committed to doing our part to keeping Taiwan miracle going and helping Taiwan to further strengthen its resilience now and into the future. Let's work together to make this beautiful island nation stronger, healthier, and happier. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ito. I'm sure AI cannot provide that much insight about the European business in Taiwan. Thank you so much for the speech. Please be seated. Now I would like to welcome Mr. Philip Burgzewski, head of the European Economic and Trade Office in Taipei. Let's welcome him.
Excellencies, friends from the European offices in Taiwan, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. 我决定了今天说英文。First, I would like to thank you, Madam President, for your support and the cooperation based on real trust that we've been enjoying working with you and with your administration over the years. Your presence here tonight, and look at this beautiful background here with Yushan, sunrise of European stars, with the theme of strengthening Taiwan's resilience. So having you here tonight with us, it has a meaning. So thank you very much for that. I can't not say that the bad thing about democracy is that people that we like most at some point have to go. But we still have 1 year together. And a lot of things we can achieve. I'd like to express my sincere appreciation to the European Chamber of Commerce. Thank you very much, Chairman Ito. Thank you, Freddie, CEO Freddie Hoglund, staff of the ECCT for an outstanding cooperation throughout the years. You're all part of the big European family in Taiwan. The European Union and Taiwan share many common interests and values, and this makes our life here, our life as diplomats, as life as business people, much easier. In Taiwan, we are among like-minded partners, but fair-weather friendship is easy. It is when things go bad that you really know who is your real friend. Ladies and gentlemen, last year, Russia launched an unjustified war of aggression against Ukraine, bringing chaos, death, and suffering to the heart of Europe. As we speak, innocent lives are being lost, families are being displaced, and the region, Europe, is facing unprecedented instability. The war has claimed thousands, tens of thousands of lives, and displaced millions of people. I come from Poland, so my country, which is just next to Ukraine, was the most affected. But when I speak to my friends from France, from Spain, even from Portugal, they all got affected by this wave of migrants, and they opened their homes, their hearts to people fleeing because of the war caused by Russia. And Taiwan has shown from day one where it stands. Together with democratic partners, defending the rules-based international order, condemning Russia, the aggressor. Madam President, let me thank you again for your clear commitment to defending the right cause and for steering Taiwan towards the right side of history where it belongs. Europe will not forget who condemned Russia's aggression and who stayed aside, alleging neutrality in the face of evil. Thank you, Taiwan. Part of our strategy to stop the war is to put pressure on Russia. And the European Union has already imposed a series of sanctions in response to Russia's aggression. And these sanctions are having a significant impact on the Russian economy. And we thank Taiwan for adopting the same approach, including by recently amending its controlled lists of sanctions. And I know that if there is a need for further amendment to avoid loopholes, you will be there with us and will not hesitate to do so. Madam President, ladies and gentlemen, let me now turn to the EU-Taiwan relations. The upgraded trade and investment dialogue, we are here at the meeting of the business community, so I have to mention it, is a good example of the EU and Taiwan working together as like-minded partners. We managed to discuss difficult matters like agro-food or offshore wind concerns. We also expanded our exchanges to digital trade. This is something that has a concrete value for companies to facilitate their trade and investments. The world needs Taiwan, but Taiwan also needs the world. Taiwan is very much dependent on its exports, on the flow of goods, services and talents. Taiwan has been a tremendous beneficiary of the global trading system, and for this to continue and to thrive, we need an open Taiwan. Taiwan also needs the European Union, and we all know that European companies hold around 25% of the stock of foreign direct investments here. It's a huge number. 1/4 of all the investments in Taiwan come from the EU. But there comes a piece of news, something that I was quite surprised at recently. When I saw that last year, the EU companies invested more than 36% of all foreign investments in Taiwan. 36%, more than 1/3. And this is real evidence of our friendship and mutual trust. Several EU member states lead here. Denmark, the Netherlands, and Germany are among the biggest investors. And the EU was Taiwan's 4th largest importing and exporting partner in 2022, which is an increase of 38% for EU imports and 23% for EU exports. Big. And the bilateral, well, we all benefit from it. And the bilateral EU-Taiwan trade value reached a record of $75 billion with a growth rate of almost 10% a year. This is really impressive. Foreign companies that invest here in Taiwan bring with them not only their capital, but also their expertise, technology, European standards, and management practices. And they contribute to internationalization and decrease of economic dependencies of Taiwan. So there is a political significance to that as well, making Taiwan more resilient and interconnected. So I'm just looking at the theme of today's evening, strengthening Taiwan's resilience. So you have the proof here. This leads us to a variety of benefits for Taiwan, such as increased employment opportunities, enhanced productivity and the creation of new industries. So European investments can contribute to the overall economic growth and prosperity of Taiwan. The EU has also a very close semiconductor supply chain relationship with Taiwan, and it's both ways. In 2022, 27% of Taiwan's important semiconductor equipment came from the EU. So we are part of the success story of the semiconductor industry of Taiwan from the very beginning. Our objective is to make our supply chains more resilient, in particular in strategic sectors like semiconductors. And these are not just dry words, rather they shape our daily work and they offer great opportunities for European and Taiwanese private business. Both the EU and Taiwan see clear benefits of connectivity built on mutual investments. Therefore, we have already, for 3 years, joined forces to organize the EU-Taiwan Investment Forum. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Madam President, but also Minister Wang, Minister Wu, Minister Kong for your support to this endeavor. And while we are proud that Europe is the #1 investor in Taiwan, we have the ambition to make Taiwan also become one of the top investors in Europe. And we plan the next edition of the European Investment Forum in October. And we will work hard, hand in hand, with the member states, with the Ministry of Economic Affairs, with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, to present the investment environment and opportunities in the EU to the Taiwanese top business community. And in this context, let me also emphasize our close cooperation on green energy, and in particular, offshore wind. Giuseppe has already said a few words about that. Both the EU and Taiwan approximate our response to climate change, and I congratulate Taiwan on the adoption of its ambitious net zero agenda. It goes hand in hand with our Green Deal and the Carbon Border Adjustment Mechanism, CBAM. And with the booming development of offshore wind power, European companies are industry leaders, but the cooperation is not problem-free. Due to domestic industrial policies, some EU companies do not see Taiwan as an attractive destination as it used to be some years ago. And this sector offers tremendous opportunities for Europe and Taiwan in the whole, and we hope to continue this trend. In Europe, we do not believe in forced localization requirements and will continue to speak out against them. This is not only a matter of fairness and respect for international law. If we give the private sector the space and the time to develop, we can also build a truly sustainable and competitive supply chain in and with Taiwan. But the energy sector is not the only opportunity here. As the old saying goes, 不进者退. So who does not advance actually goes backwards. We are thinking ahead and we are identifying new fields of potential cooperation. Next week, we will be organizing in Taiwan the European Innovation Week, bringing together SMEs who are world champions in the circular economy, semiconductors, 6G, hydrogen, or space. To conclude, Madam President, ladies and gentlemen, Taiwan and the EU are like-minded partners, sharing common values and goals. Together, we build a future where the pillars of free, fair, rule-based global order, rooted in the values of human rights and freedoms, stand unshaken. I wish you a wonderful evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Representative. Thank you so much for your commitment and of course your really kind words. And by the way, your Mandarin is getting better and better each year, using more forward phrases. Thank you so much for the sharing. Now it's time for the highlight of tonight's event. Let's give a biggest round of applause and welcome Her Excellency Tsai Ing-wen, President of Taiwan, to address to us.
ECCT Chairman Iso, Representative Jeffersky, not bad, Head of the EETO, and EU member states representatives here. In addition to EU representatives, I guess we do have representatives from UK and Switzerland. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I guess we're a bit hungry. This is the 7th time I attend this event hosted by the ECCT, and I have not missed a single dinner during my time as president. I see many familiar faces here. In fact, just this March, I met with many representatives of the EU member states who are here with us tonight. It's great to see you all again. Since the last time we met here, the ECCT has elected its 2023 chairman and board members. Mr. Isol, let me congratulate you on your re-election as ECCT chairman, and thank you for the invitation. Having known Chairman Isol for so many years, I'm confident that under his leadership, the ECCT will continue to grow and thrive. And I would also like to express my thanks to Representative Jakuszewski. Since 2019, he has been a tireless supporter of the Taiwan-EU partnership, and his efforts have given momentum to our cooperation as we move forward post-pandemic. The theme for tonight is strengthening Taiwan's resilience. This symbolizes our enduring partnership and celebrates the European business community's contribution to Taiwan's growth and resilience in the face of many challenges. Without a doubt, the past few years have been challenging for Taiwan, for Europe, and for the entire world in many ways. We have witnessed the pandemic, supply chain disruptions, inflation, and intensifying climate change. All the while, rising authoritarianism has made the challenges even more serious, with Ukraine still fighting against Russia's invasion. We have nevertheless met these challenges and persevered, and we have emerged as stronger, more resilient partners. From policy to diplomacy, Taiwan-Europe cooperation has continued to grow, especially in recent years. In 2021, the EU launched its strategy for cooperation in the Indo-Pacific, which emphasized the importance of the region to global stability and encourages cooperation with Taiwan. At the beginning of this year, the European Parliament passed the Europe Chips Act, laying a strong foundation for Taiwan-EU partnership in strengthening the security of chip supply, as well as addressing supply chain resiliency. As part of Taiwan-Europe connectivity initiative that I announced last year, Taiwan has established the Central and Eastern European Investment Fund and associated financial mechanism to reinforce economic ties in strategic industries such as biotechnology and electric vehicles. As an example, in Lithuania, the fund is used to spur cooperation between Taiwan and Lithuania's businesses in the development of lasers and biotechnology. Our Ministry of Foreign Affairs will also provide 10 million euro in 3 years, beginning from this year, to establish semiconductor cooperation in Lithuania. Our efforts to develop the 6 core strategic industries and our policy to transition to net zero emission align well with the EU's Green Deal and digital strategy. As energy security and climate change are challenges to any economy, European companies' investments in the green energy sector have been instrumental to the development of wind power, especially offshore wind power in Taiwan. The largest wind farm so far, which is with European investment, that is the Formosa 2, began operation earlier this month. In this regard, I would like to thank the ECCT for its low carbon initiative that promotes awareness and solution to help Taiwan reduce its carbon emissions. And I'm aware of the recent growth in LCI membership, which I believe coincides with increase in European firms' participation in our green energy sector. Last year, we saw unprecedented support for Taiwan from the parliaments of the EU and its member states, with over 30 resolutions, motions, and statements, and more than 15 European visiting delegations as well. Now, this year, we have already received many delegations from Europe, including those from France, Sweden, and the UK. Just over a month ago, we welcomed the largest European delegation from Czech Republic, with over 150 members. In addition, over the past few months, several European leaders have voiced support for peace in the region. European Commission President von der Leyen stated that the stability of Taiwan Strait is of paramount importance, and EU High Representative Borrell emphasized how crucial it is to maintain peace in the region. I want to take this opportunity to express my gratitude for these powerful demonstrations of solidarity. Not only do they mean a lot to Taiwan, they help inspire confidence for border support. European leaders recognize that the Taiwan Strait is one of the most strategically important waterways in the world, with approximately half of global container ships passing through it each year. Support for a resilient Taiwan and maintaining peace across the Taiwan Strait are therefore key to global prosperity. Last year, trade between Taiwan and EU continued to grow, totaling $92 billion. The cumulative investment by European businesses in Taiwan exceeded, I have to be careful with this number. The number I have here is $55 billion, but according to Phillips, it's $68 billion. That is not limited to EU, right? So remember, other than EU, we have other European countries. The EU now is Taiwan's largest source, so I should say that Europe now is Taiwan's largest source of foreign investments. These numbers are testament to our thriving economic connections, as well as a reminder of their immense potential. We hope to continue to widen the horizons for cooperation by negotiating a bilateral investment agreement, which would not only bring us closer economically, but also help ensure the security of Taiwan, Europe, and the world. Our relationship is strong because we share democratic values and hold common goals. We attach great importance to human rights, democracy, and the rule of law. And it is these values that allow us to collaborate so effectively and to prosper together. The importance of such cooperation among democracies cannot be stressed enough as we prepare for the challenges ahead. But our collective strength gives us hope for a more secure and prosperous future. Once again, let me thank Chairman Iso, Representative Jakuchevsky, and all the European representatives for your unwavering support for our partnership. I wish you all an enjoyable evening and look forward to seeing even greater progress in our cooperation in the years to come. Thank you.
Thank you so much, President Kylie, for the wonderful work. Thank you, and a great memory. Please remain on the stage. Thank you.
tell you that this gathering is very important for my administration. And it's important not in terms of the number of people who showed up tonight. It's the friendship and also your investment and trade with Taiwan. But I was told this gathering today is bigger than the American chambers. Of course, we are the largest foreign investor in Taiwan, so you have to be a bigger number. But I listened carefully what Mr. Diesel and Phillips had to say about Taiwan and the future. Thanks very much for your support, for your comments, for your encouragement, for your advice. And you, of course, obviously give us a long list of work to do. Labor law. I know you do have some complaints about the way we manage foreign investment, especially in the green energy sector. And of course, there are a lot of things for us to do together. That's why we have a very large number of our ministers here tonight to listen to what you have to say. So I want to introduce members of my administration to you who are here with us tonight. So Secretary General to the President, Lin Jialong. National Security Council Secretary General Wellington Koo. Executive Yuan Secretary General Li Mengyan. The next one is already your old friend, Straight Exchange Foundation Chairman David Lee. And the next one is a gentleman you have to know. That is Minister of Foreign Affairs, Joseph Wu. And if you want to stay in Taiwan more comfortably and more conveniently, you have to know this person is Ministry of Interior Minister Lin Youchang. And if you want to do business here more conveniently, you need to know this lady that is Minister of Economic Affairs, Wang Meihua. You have to know that Minister Wang Meihua is here as Minister of Economic Affairs, not as a spouse of somebody else. Minister of National Development Council, Gong Yixi. And Minister of National Defense, Qiu Guozhen. Is he around? He's not. Empty chair. I gave him a lot of work to do this afternoon. Minister of Justice, Cai Qingxiang. And we also have the Deputy Head of the Financial Supervisory Board here. And since you have so many banks here, and we have one particular, I don't know why he is here, probably to say thank you to you in terms of the green energy investment. That is legislator Hong Senhai. So thank you. I don't intend to talk anymore, but I want to thank the ECCT's support, especially during my residency. As I said, this is my 7th time here, and it's the last time I am here as president. So it has been a wonderful experience to work with our people in the community, the European business community here. And thank you very much for your support. But as reminded by Philip, I still have 1 year. The thing the two gentlemen asked me to do, I will make my best effort to achieve. But if I cannot complete the things that he asked me to do, I'll tell the next president that this is work for him. It has to be a him, right? All right. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you, President Simon. Please remain on the stage, and we will our guest honor to drink a toast together. Step forward, and I'll invite everyone to raise your glasses together and to join us in drinking a toast. Let's make sure that all of us have a glass of wine, a glass of juice. Water will be okay. Anything will be okay. Okay, are we ready? Cheers! Cheers to strengthening Taiwan's resilience. Cheers, thank you. Of course, we really enjoyed the speech. And thank you. We take your good pictures? Yes, we did? Okay, thank you so much. Let's give them the biggest round of applause once again for the wonderful speeches. So watch your step. Now you can carefully to return to your seats. Thank you. Thank you. Please return to your seats. Thank you. And we will be serving dinner shortly. President Simon, thank you so much. Thank you. It's easier to eat at the table, more relaxing. Thank you. That's welcome then. Sorry, let's give them the biggest round of applause once again before we start our dinner. Thank you everyone for the patience. I know you're all really hungry, so I hope you all enjoy your dinner, and please do not disturb the President when she's having her dinner as well. In the company of the friends and colleagues, I wish you all bon appetit.
东西不要忘记带哦。哦，谢谢。
没有说到这一档啊，就让他出来讲。不可能这里啊，我根本不能有。你们上哪里？上这边好了。好。哎，本名嘞？
我们家今天既然没有来，我可能要用手机拍，或是有人可以靠带给我。好，我再给你，我现在给你。我也要。没有摘要。我没有摘，我只有打那一段而已。
把那稿子我们画出来。
对对对，我只有打那个。你们就总统都吗？我没有打全部啦，我今天是休假啦。这样子可以吗？有看到。哎，我想要追李大伟，有没有人跟我一起追李大伟？当然问他说有没有人要讲大小姐啊？哦，好。 帮我们讲一下，说今天黄国昌他又 po 出一张照片，说你跟那个曾国维，然后请他跟他女友吃饭，然后跟他一起去吃晚餐，然后还是你亲自接待的。
我觉得这种事情就不要乱扯去做政治上的一个操作。这个在去年我们6月份的时候举办基隆城市博览会，这个我每天都在会场里面去接待来自全国各地的参访团，还有包括民众帮他们做导览。所以跟很多人大家都有合照。那另外呢，我们也没有时间去接待任何的一个团队那当然，他们愿意在基隆做一些消费，当然我们都很欢迎。所以我们这个如果有机会的话，也会去跟大家致谢，谢谢他们在基隆这个促进经济促进消费。所以我觉得这个事情很单纯，那不要现在为了政治上的一个目的，为了选举刻意这个胡扯瞎扯我觉得这样子不好。好，谢谢大家，你们也辛苦了，谢谢。
这两位有个说法是因为你们都有戴一样的口罩，有一个一致性，那怎么看现在一些政治上面的一些操作，就是会觉得这对像这些
不会啦，不会，因为那个就是城市博览会，那个就是我们城市博览会的一个活动。那城市博览会100万人来，好，谢谢大家，
谢谢。
李大伟不会那么快出来。